Hi, welcome to Eczema Phoenix, where we learn how to transform the way we live with eczema. My name is Teresa Alabata, and today I am doing a holiday life update. Again, it's been a while. Thought I'd go kind of full glam, because I realized I just have so much makeup that I haven't worn since the start of the pandemic, and I hope I will use it more, at least for my videos. Because I have like a lot of good stuff, and I used to work for Sephora and I have just so much gratis that I am still working through years later. So yeah, in any case, hope you are well. I yeah, I'm continuing to deal with grief. Probably like the most major update I just have is just continuing to navigate the waters of grief, losing my father last June. Um, I'm still dealing with it, and every day is different. Most days are still pretty productive and functional, and I'm still able to work and do what I need to do. Um, but grief really like changes a lot, and it could change family dynamics. It could change the way you see yourself. It could change the way you see your life and how you're living it. What you want to change, because death is a huge change. It's a huge life change. um and where the person is gone, there's now space. And I guess I'm questioning, if I want to fill that space up or not. Ooh, had to readjust. Phone is dying already. um but yeah, space, like, do I want to fill it up with anything, anyone, um, maybe a project, maybe I don't know, a new career path, or a change to my career path. I'm currently still freelance writing mainly, and through this time I've experienced a return of my old passions, my old projects, kind of a creative revival. I have been experimenting with TikTok. So now I'm on TikTok, if you didn't already know. It's just the same name, Eczema Phoenix, all one word. And I'm having fun with it. I'm not, trying to go viral. I'm not trying to do anything uh, anywhere too much, on any platform. I'm not trying to go viral anywhere. I'm in an exploratory phase with a lot of different platforms. I'm even, toying with Tumblr, but that's like a whole nother world. I think I like it though, because it seems very alternative. But the emphasis does seem to be much more on like words and like photos and art, more so than video like TikTok. So it's interesting to see um, how different content performs on different platforms, and what kind of interaction that gets or not. Tumblr is a bust right now, and it's just like a bunch of what I think are like, porn websites, or I don't know, just like uh, you know, just scam bots, no real engagement yet. Um, but I'm playing around with it, and I've gone on like visited some other people's lives, and it does seem like a cool vibe on Tumblr. So I don't know, I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just like share poetry on there, not so much video content. But in any case, yeah, I'm having fun. I'm exploring. I'm around. I'm doing things online. So I'm not completely, dead, in terms of my like online activity. But it's definitely just going at its own process, the grief. um I of course have days where I cry, times where I miss my dad in the physical sense. But then I kind of go back and forth between sadness and peace, because I know that he is in peace. He is resting in peace, because he had dementia, which was like a lot of mental and emotional pain, and then physical pain, diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure, like, but he lived his life the way he wanted, as I mentioned in my last grief video. So it's like, I don't know how sad I really need to be about him being gone, because he lived his life his way. You know, like that Frank Sinatra song that's so popular with Filipinos. I did it my way. Like he really lived that out, and that's admirable and that's inspirational for me. I do hope to be in a healthier state when I pass than him. Because I would prefer to avoid as much physical pain as possible. I mean, I already have gone through so much with eczema in my early life, in my childhood. So it's like, I began my my existence on this in this lifetime with pain. I would like to end it pain free, or with as little pain as possible. I've already gone through hell and back more times than I'd like. So, so yeah, grief is an interesting journey. I continue to enjoy the online support group that I go to on Death Cafe. And, if you're in the Bay Area in California, the group for Mission Hospice in San Mateo is a really cool vibe. And it really is an interesting motley crew because there's so many generations in it, mostly baby boomers. But then some Gen Xers, millennials, or I might be the millennial, and I think sometimes there's like a Gen Xer or two that like try, pops in. But I'd say the kind of ongoing people, the more regular people, have been like, yeah, just like baby boomers through millennials, and it's really cool, and it's actually very open minded. So if you're Gen Xer, definitely, and if you need some grief support, definitely drop by. It's a cool vibe. It's an open minded vibe. And I've been finding it very helpful to just kind of rant and vent about my feelings and my journey and the ups and downs. And I felt so supported and welcomed, and I really appreciate that. Uh, Another update, I have returned to atopicdermatitis.net after a 2-year hiatus because of obvious reasons um, in the world. So I am back on that, and apparently they have transformed into the Social Health Network. And, they're always looking for people, they're looking for writers and people who do video content and interviews and stuff. So it's actually a pretty cool group, and they're always looking for new members to contribute their stories and things. And I think they have like other paid opportunities. Sometimes they share surveys that you can get paid to fill out. So, I'll rewatch this video and I'll put as many links as I can remember down below. But you can also look up these names, and I'm sure you'll find it. Social Health Network used to be called We Go Health. And it's another patient-centric website for people with chronic illnesses like eczema, atopicdermatitis.net, Crohn's, and anything else you could think of. And they're creating more and more every year, which is super awesome, because you get to hear about like these conditions from patient's perspective. And from my experience, they have not really edited any of my work. So it's very honest representation of these chronic illness communities. I think a new one they created was allergies. It was for allergies of all types, and so I've kind of designated myself as a member of that community in my profile. So yeah, definitely like check it out. You can go to Social Health Network and see the different illnesses and conditions they have listed. You can go on the websites, read all the blogs, hear all the stories, and hopefully helps you on your healing journey. Or you can comment and ask questions there, and they have moderators who respond. So there's you will get a response. And a lot of the moderators are patients as well. They are people who contribute content if they're looking for it, and they have designated that person to contribute content, as well as moderate if they have the time for that. Or maybe some people just moderate, I don't know. But anything's possible, right? so it's been cool to get back into that community and to see other people involved, and to see some of the people who like would had asked me questions about it, or who I had like helped introduce to the program, like become regular contributors or moderators or both. And it's good to see the support. It's very heartwarming, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So here's to growing that, and here's to expanding the patient's voice in their own treatment. So, other than that, I have been making progress on my book. It is still a process, but it is happening. And as opposed to when I started in 2020 and attempted to try to do stuff with it in 2021, where I'm like, I'll just do what I feel like. And, I'm such a freaking INFP, free spirit. If you're into Myers Briggs, I am an INFP to a T. Like in Harry Potter, I am Luna Lovegood. That is me. So, I'm just like floating around, going with my intuition, and I'm still here, so it's working for me so far. But I am trying to be more purposeful and intentional with my time. So this time around with editing the book, I have a schedule. I have calculated the number of pages and words I have written my first draft. I have calculated how many words words or pages I can get done in a day, and I do them, and I've actually been hitting my daily goals. So I'm proud of myself for that progress. I am organized this time, and I'm just going down my checklist of chapters and other things to design and format the book, because I am still one woman show. And I do want to do it this way for my first book, because I do want the full experience of like, what does it take to publish a book, and to the best standard I can do on my own. So being the INFP that I am not going to put a specific deadline, because I have learned from my past that does not work for me. That kind of pressure, given the circumstances, does not work for me. So I'm just going to say that I'm feeling very positive about the progress, and that that I could strongly see the book being published next year. It will be published next year, given my progress, given my speed, and I'm backing everything up. I have external hard drives and discs and all kinds of things. So my progress is being saved and backed up, and it is happening. And I am excited because I occasionally go on my Instagram and just like, watch people's stories, see what's going on my news feed, on the, scrolling down, and I, I still see people who would benefit from the kind of perspective I have. I see people who have similar symptoms that I've had in the past that I've healed from, and I'm excited to share more content once this book is published. That way I can control the question inflow that will probably come when I make my new videos, because I just have like so many lists. I am so inspired to return on a more consistent basis, and I have things that I want to share that I have shared in the past that have helped people, and I have even more things that I've learned since the pandemic. And it's like I'm excited to contribute to the community. I'm excited to contribute to the conversation, to expand it, to paradigm shift a lot of it. And I don't know how impactful my content will be through the book, online, but I know it's going to help at least one person. There's always going to be someone who's going to benefit from something someone posted, even if it's one person. And if you're connected like to energy the way I am, and if you see the soul in all that exists, that helping just one other soul is helping yourself, and it is uplifting, and it gives you purpose, and it makes you feel like, yeah, I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to be alive right now at this time in the world, in the solar system, universe, or whatnot. And there's something enlivening about that, and there's something that kind of just like reinforces your existence, um, in seeing that impact, regardless of how small. So I'm excited to continue to make whatever impact I'm gonna make, and with the book, and it's happening. I am fully confident it will be published next year. I have also switched to my website host. I'm not on Squarespace anymore. You know, I'm just a small channel. I don't feel the need to do anything like super fancy. So I've just switched to Google Sites, which is free. And it's a very basic site, which is fine because I prefer more straightforward, simple layout anyway, and where everything's easy to find. It's under construction because I'm writing my book, and I'm also kind of like possibly going to change the names of some of my category pages, or I might just add more. And so everything, all my social media is up. I'm trying to figure out too how I want to communicate with people or allow people access to me, um, because there's a lot of predatory energy out there, and and scam bots, and people trying to get me to click strange virus links, and I'm like, I want to figure out a way to like really vet out and filter out this BS, because it's a lot of wasted time of me wondering, is this real? Is this not? Checking it out, um, just for like BS, scam BS. So I'm trying to avoid the bots. I'm trying to avoid the viruses on my computer and in my body. And so I don't really have a contact form on my website right now. I'm just still figuring out the best vetting process for that, so that I can get as much just only genuine well-meaning contact as possible. Uh, yeah, but it has all my social media links. It has a link to my atopicdermatitis.net profile, which has a link to all of the blogs that I've written for the website, which is at least like 90, possibly 100 by now, um, of articles, blogs, vlogs I've done for them. And so the content is, it's all accessible, it's all there, YouTube, but it's just not in categories. It's not organized by category. Though if you go to my YouTube playlist, I do categorize all of my videos. So, I mean, there's that for now. But yeah, eventually I will have the category pages back up on my website so that it is searchable and so that it is user friendly for people looking for specific topics around eczema. I'm looking at my whiteboard list of bullet points. What else is next? So yeah, through this time of hibernating, of grieving and reflecting on life, I just want to say that I appreciate the followers who have stayed with me, who have been with me since the beginning in 2017, and for all the new people who have arrived. I'm a small channel, but I'm appreciative, and I'm glad that my content has connected with the amount of you that are here with me now. I'm glad that my content is helping someone, and there are times I've felt guilty for being so much of a hermit lately, but to be fair to myself, I've needed a lot of self-care, and I know a lot of people out there in the world have needed to retreat, recharge, redirect, in life. We're all processing the loss of something, whether it's an actual living being or like the old life we thought we had before the pandemic, losing a sense of what, I don't know, like losing a sense of what is proper, what is safe to do, to say in person, online. Um, I having said that though, I'm in a weird place with my view of the world where I guess I'm kind of mourning my perception of the past more than like the reality. And at the same time, I don't want to go back to the past because I feel like I see the world with so much more clarity now in terms of people, humanity, social justice or injustice issues. And that's a good thing. Like, as painful as it is to face, as painful as it is to just see and acknowledge, like, it's so important to validate truth, um, because that is what's real. You know, the truth never dies. It just finds new ways of coming forward. And so now we have technology, TikTok, social media showing us more things faster than ever. Things that have always existed, but that were hidden, because it's a lot easier to hide information before, but now there's so much more transparency that there's a different kind of safety I feel in that. Uh, you know, in the ability to expose lies, in the ability to read other people's reviews on like products or restaurants or whatnot, and to see what's really real in terms of quality, service, experience. You know, there's a new safety that I feel with that. Um, so I don't know. There's no point in trying to turn back time because it's not even possible. And I don't know. There's like benefits and there's pros to the new world we're in now, and I think the things that we are finding out now are things that have been needing to be founded out. And I think a lot of people have been silenced, but now we have more options to be heard, and that's beautiful, and that makes me feel more safe, and I hope that makes other people feel more safe in that sense. Uh, what a tangent, but in any case, yeah, it's it's a different world because it's a different time. You know, we need to live like we really live in 2022, and that is a year of technology, transparency, and transformation, I believe, and more humanitarianism. And that is something to look forward to. You know, technically, nothing ever stays the same, nothing ever could, because part of growth is change. And so, the more we change, the more we grow. You know, that's another way to look at it. So, you know, in any case, for the holidays, for obvious reasons, I'm not in the mood to celebrate. And I definitely don't want to be around other people because I'm obviously emotional. Grieving, um, over my father, over the world, over so many things. Um, you know, trying to be there for my mom as best as I can, but like I can barely be. I can't. I'm just trying to be there for myself too. It's like, ugh, this is like probably one of the harder parts of being an only child is like you're the only one that your parents have, and there's no one else to like pick up the slack when when you're like slacking or just like not feeling up to holding or supporting anyone else, um, because you're just struggling to support yourself through hard times. Uh, but all we can do is our best, and our best is all we can do, right? Um, we are humans. We have limits. And yeah, so yeah, holiday plans non-existent. Maybe I'll go into nature. Maybe I'll go to the beach. Maybe I'll meditate. Maybe I'll reflect on the year ahead and what I would like it to be. I I'm not putting too much pressure on holiday checklists or specifics or needing to have everything perfect, whatever that freaking means. I just want to appreciate my existence. I just want to enjoy life. I want to be healthy. I, I want to, I guess, help others be healthy in the best way I can with this, sort of content I do online around eczema. And I think I'm like in a place where I'm like redefining what do even the holidays mean to me, if anything, or is it just a bunch of stress and pressure that I don't need in my life? Because I'm in the United States, right? We're supposed to be a free country, so I think I have the freedom to choose not to celebrate holidays if I don't want to, if I don't feel like it. If I'm just like not in the mood and I have a loss in the family, not feeling festive, like, so I'm just not gonna be. And everyone else can enjoy themselves, though. Everyone else who's in the mood, who gets something out of it, who enjoys the pressure, or who don't feel the pressure with all the holiday expectations, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy yourselves. And, I will enjoy myself in the best way I can, in my own way. And I hope you do too. So, so in closing, I have just started a bunch of new YouTube channels for different interests of mine. I have no idea how consistent I will be with any of them, but I apparently my laundry is done. But I do see myself making more content in the future for all of them, and I will list them down below. I think I have one for like music covers, one that's just a personal channel where I'm going to kind of document my grief journey and other topics of interest. Just it's gonna be a totally it's gonna be a channel just for me, totally like with no agenda, no motive, no end goal, no desire for virality. It's just genuine self-expression because I've been feeling really inspired to express myself and all of my different thoughts and ideas for some reason. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. I will probably eventually create some kind of schedule to create a level of some kind of consistency, at least like something new once a month, I think is pretty doable for me for all these different channels. So many channels. But I don't know, I'm just like doing what feels right, and I feel like expressing myself is feeling right at this time. So, here we go. Everything will be in the description box down below. Check it out if you feel like it, or skip it if you don't. And in any case, happy holidays, happy new year, and wishing you much peace. Bye.